Gonna sublimate on some toddler t-shirts here. Small, like this, for a toddler. Actually, it's for my great-granddaughter. And I've got some graphics made here. This is one of them. And I'm going to be using my heat press from Heat Press Nation, the big one, because I'm also going to do a couple of shirts for great-grandpa here. So we'll get into this coming up. I'm Roger, welcome to the loft above the shop, and as I mentioned at the beginning here, I'm going to be doing some sublimation onto some 100% polyester toddler t-shirts. I've made a couple in the past, doing a few different things, and the great-granddaughter absolutely loves them. So I've printed up some graphics here. You saw the little camping bear in the first one. That one is a graphic that I purchased from one of the sites I belong to. And I've also got another one printing here on my Epson 2720 printer right now of being cute as you can be, with the bee being a honeybee. And you'll get to see that here later. Some of the ones that you can also do if you wish is go on the web and find some pictures. Baby sharks, of course these are mirrored. Got a couple of different baby shark ones here. Of course these are copyrighted images, you cannot sell those. And here is, of course, SpongeBob. And there, as I said, these are copyrighted. You can use them for your own use, but you can't go out and try to sell those. Now, if you purchase graphics from a service like I belong to, for example, this one here with the camping bear, or the one that's printing right now, these are licensed, and yes, you can sell as many as you want. You can put them on shirts or mugs or backpacks or whatever you want to put them on. Just be aware of what the copyright rules are if you're going to be selling your crafts. So we'll get this here finished printed. The heat press is warming up. I've got the Signature Series clamshell from Heat Press Nation. It's a big press, but I'm going to be doing a couple of big shirts with 11x17 graphics on for Great Grandpa here. So we're going to use the big press today. Okay, over here at the heat press, and yes, there's a mess in the background. So we got too many things going on. A couple things you're going to need to do for your prep. One of them is right here, the tag that comes on the shirt. These notoriously turn brown, so I always cut these off. And something else I always do is do a pre-press. Gets out any kind of moisture or anything that's in the shirt. And it doesn't have to be for very long. In fact, I'm not even going to lock the press down. And one of the next things you're going to want to do is use a lint roller to make sure there's no lint anywhere on that shirt, or you'll get little purple spots. Why they come out purple, I don't know, but don't stick your hand back in there, it gets hot. The next thing I always do is put a piece of paper inside the shirt, just in case the ink should happen to bleed through the shirt. This is a 100% polyester shirt. This is from Sublive, and I will put a link in the description on where to get these. These are pretty good quality shirts. I haven't had a problem with ink bleeding through yet, but there's always a first time. Okay, next I could place my graphic. This is the cutest can be, and this is mirrored. You want to make sure you mirror your graphics when you're doing this. And I will get it set in the center here. It's easy to center these on a toddler shirt because they're so small. When you get into the adult shirts, I have to make a vertical crease in it so I don't get them crooked. And a couple little pieces of heat tape here just to hold it still, make sure it doesn't move and ghost. And then I put a piece of butcher paper over the top. That protects my top plating up here. I'll slide this back in. 385 degrees for 40 seconds. Of course, the temperature will drop down on your press. This is my first press on here. It'll drop down a little bit, but it'll come back up. This auto opens. Just like that. We'll slide this out. There we are, cute as can be. Give you another look right there. So there's shirt number 1. Number 2 here, I'm using the Camping Bear. My great-granddaughter absolutely loves to go camping with us. And she knows that campground. As soon as we pull in there, she knows where we're at. Same type of thing, couple pieces of heat tape, keep it from shifting and ghosting. Some paper on top. Once again for 40 seconds. And there's our Camping Bear. This next one here is a horizontal image, and it's a little bit tougher to get laid out and to get the inner paper in there as well when you're doing it horizontally. Be a little bit of a fight because these shirts are so small. Where do you put the image on a horizontal one? Well, just underneath the arms. I actually have a gauge somewhere for this, but I'm not going to dig it out for just a couple shirts. This one is Baby Sharks. And again, that's a copyrighted image. You can't go selling this. One thing I like about this press is the auto open feature. So if you get distracted or doing something else, you don't overcook your project. There's our first Baby Sharks. You know, this Baby Shark one is vertical, but it does not go all the way to the bottom of the page. It does not completely fill the page. So I'll need to shift that up just a little bit and still keep the image right about at the bottom of the arms. The slide out drawer is a real plus too with my Viarco clamshell press over there. It doesn't have the slide out, and I burnt my hands way more than once on it. There's our other Baby Sharks. You know, here again, this one is going to be horizontal. This is SpongeBob, and we want to put the graphic just below the arms there. Like I say, it's nice on these little shirts to, it's very easy to get everything straight because they're so small. You got plenty of things to line yourself up against. And if you're wondering what paper I'm using, it's right there. It's InnoSub. That's the sublimation paper I'm using. The ink I'm using is from Hippo. And I'm doing these small graphics on an Epson 2720. See, we got real good color transfer there. Not much left on the paper. The next ones I'll be doing here on the adult shirts, since it's 11 by 17, I'll be doing those on my Sawgrass SG-1000. So and suddenly there was a change of plans. Shortly after I got that last shirt off of there, some more storms moved in. It had been raining all day, and lightning struck down the road here somewhere, and it took power out. When it did that, I'm glad my 3D printers weren't running because that would have been a disaster. But it was quite a while before they got power back on, and by that time the heat press had cooled down, and I got distracted on some other projects. So Great Grandpa shirts are going to have to wait. But we'll be doing another video on those, and I'll be showing how to do layout when you're on a big shirt. The small toddler shirts was very easy to do your lineup on because they're small and you don't have to worry so much about them getting crooked because you've got a lot of points to line things up on. So if you got anything out of this, appreciate getting a thumbs up. Always helps the channel. I'm Roger in the loft above the shop. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.